must say, my name is Sierra Jade, and thank you for tuning in to the Conscious Current Yoga streaming platform. Today we're going to go through a slow flow practice, and really you can extend this practice to about 75 minutes, so you'll have between either a 60 to 75 minute practice depending on either what you're practicing or what you're teaching. Now you'll want to have 2 blocks, or at least 1 block, and if you have any trouble with knees or you're on a really hard surface, I would recommend also either a blanket or some type of knee padding, because we'll be on our knees for the first maybe 15 minutes of practice. So we'll start in our child's pose. We want to take the big toes to touch, let the knees go wide, and before you bring the torso down, we want to inhale, bring the arms up overhead, feel a lift in the core. As you exhale, let the body come forward. Take the forehead towards the mat. And we'll start to tune into our practice by inviting in the Ujjayi breath. So that as you inhale, feel the belly rise, move the air through any tight spaces, because we're compressing the lower abdomen right now, but we want to get as much oxygen in as we can, fill the chest with air, and then through the nostrils, nice long, slow exhale. There's a slight constriction in the back of the throat, almost like the sound of an ocean wave. I like to think about it as decompressing stress. And you can let the breath be loud, feel yourself taking up a lot of space with the breath. And we'll stay here for about 5 to 10 breaths. As you exhale, start to pull the hands back so that they're right underneath the shoulders, and from here we can lift the hips and take it right into a tabletop position. And for our tabletop, we want to make sure that the wrists are directly under the shoulders and that the wrists are also directly parallel with the kneecaps. If you find yourself dumping into the front body, feel a lift in the core, feel the hips shift back. And I like to take my attention to my palms so that I can really power up my shoulders. That helps me from dumping into the upper body as well. So if you just feel yourself pushing away from the mat, it lifts the shoulder blades, it takes that divot out of the back of the neck. And then as you inhale, bring it into a cow tilt. The hips shift down. The shoulders come together, the chest comes forward, and the chin comes up. That's your inhale. As you exhale, round the spine. Feel the chin come towards the chest. And just move here with the speed of your breath. It can be fast or it can be slow. And a couple movements you can take in this posture are some hip circles, just circling the hips over the knees, over the wrists, all the way around, moving in one direction and then the other. As you inhale, bring it into your cow tilt. Take the gaze up. As you exhale, take your gaze over your right shoulder. Feel the hips pull back. Inhale, bring it into the cow tilt. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, feel the hips pull back. And you can weave these little motions into your cats and cows just to get the full mobility of the spine. And then we'll inhale, bring it right to stillness, and let's extend that left leg out and push into the mat with your toes. Getting a nice calf and hamstring stretch. And then from here, we're gonna kickstand that right leg out. We'll shift, and now we're in our gate pose. So this is a great option here if you want to take a block and put it to the right hand side of you at any degree. You can have it high, you can keep it low, and you'll see where I'm going in a moment. As you inhale, bring the arms up. As you exhale, drop the left hand down the left thigh. Extend over through the right side body. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it over. Drop that right arm down to the mat or to the block. And just flowing like that. The exhale brings you down and over. The inhale brings you up. And the block helps you keep that nice alignment with the spine. Now, if you're taller and you have longer arms, you might keep that spine nice and straight. But seeing the difference between having the block here, and I should put it up a little bit, keeps the spine nice and at a perfect angle almost, as opposed to me without the block. And I have to come all the way down here, and it's not as comfortable on the spine. Inhale, bring the arms up. As you exhale, we're gonna take melting heart or puppy pose with that left leg extended. Let the hips come back, the hips will stay high, and the arms walk themselves forward and just bring the forehead to the floor or to the mat, depending which direction you're going. And breathe here, and then we'll slowly walk the hands back to center. To lift the body up, we want to bring it up through the core, right? And then we'll kickstand that leg right back to where it was, bring it back into our tabletop position. And then we'll get that on the opposite side. So my right leg extends out, and then once more I'm gonna kickstand that leg and bring it up. Bring everything up from the core. And once more, bringing in the block if that feels good in the body. As you inhale, bring the arms up. As you exhale, drop the right hand down the right thigh. Extend over from the left side body. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, drop that left arm down, either to the mat or to the block. And just flowing here with the speed of the breath. The inhale brings you up. Feel the shoulders drop. Feel a slight tuck in the tailbone. The exhale brings you over. The inhale brings you up. Exhale brings you over. Drop that left hand down. Extend over from the right side body. Inhale, bring it up. As you exhale, taking puppy dog pose, let the hips come back. Let the arms extend out in front of you. Let the forehead come down. And hold and breathe for 5 deep breaths. As you exhale, walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Start to lift the body so that as you inhale, we bring it up. And then we'll kickstand that left leg back, and we'll step it into a plank pose. Now you can take vinyasa, which would be a chaturanga, lower down, either taking up dog or cobra. And as you exhale, bringing it into a downward facing dog. And we want to keep a slight bend in the knees here. And maybe we lift one heel and then the other, just walking out the dog. Your gaze is at your big toes. And once more, inviting the meditative state of the breath back in. When we start moving, if we're not familiar with it, we can lose consciousness of the breath. But the breath helps us move easier through the postures. And as you inhale, we'll lift that right leg. As you exhale, step it in between the hands. Stay low here. Leave that left hand on the mat. As you inhale, extend the right arm up for side angle. Take your gaze towards your right hand. Exhale, plant that right hand. Take your attention to your left leg. Step the left leg in. Bring it into a chair pose. Hold here. Exhale, forward fold, straighten the knees, let the hips come high. Take the chin towards the chest. As you inhale, bring the hands either to the shins or to the knees for a halfway lift. Continue to take the gaze down at the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, straighten the legs, root to rise. Bring the arms all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. Inhale, bring the arms down, back, and up. Exhale, forward fold. Step it back through plank. You can take a vinyasa or just meet in downward facing dog. All right, let's get that on the opposite side. Once again, just walking the dog out, lifting one heel and then the other. And then as you inhale, let's lift the left leg high. As you exhale, step the left foot through. Stay low, leave the right hand planted. As you inhale, extend the left arm up. Take your gaze towards your left hand. Hold here for 3 to 5 breaths. And exhale, plant that left hand. Feel both of the hip bones. We want to feel the right hip bone facing down. And check me out. That's how I go more into it. Right there. Step it forward, chair pose. Stay low in the chair pose here. And bring the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. And continue to breathe. Inhale here in your chair pose. As you exhale, guide that left elbow towards the right knee. Inhale, stay low. bring it to center. Exhale, guide that right elbow towards the left knee. As you inhale, bring it to center, bring it all the way up. Exhale, let the arms come down to your side. Let's meet in mountain pose. And just holding and breathing. As you inhale, let the arms come down, back, and up. As you exhale, forward fold, step it back into a child's pose. Just taking a moment to integrate the movement. If it feels good in the body, you can stay here or take water. You want to stay in your child's pose for about 5 to 10 breaths. As you inhale, start to bring the torso up into a tabletop position. We'll turn the toes out, press them into the mat, lift the hips, downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift the right leg high. And hold and breathe. As you exhale, step that foot through. Turn the back foot down so that the right leg is bent at a 90-degree angle and the left arch of the foot, for the left foot, is parallel to the right heel. Extend the arms out from the collarbones and take your gaze towards your right middle finger. And just seeing, are we too far back? Are we too far forward? As you inhale, drop the left arm down the left thigh, bring the right arm up. Take your gaze towards your right hand. As you exhale, take your right elbow towards your right knee. Extend the left arm up. And we're not using the right thigh as a resting. This is me if I'm resting on it. I'm dumping all of my weight. We want to keep a nice firm core. And if you want a little bit of an extra stretch, you can just dangle that right arm in front of or towards the inside of that right thigh. Inhale, reverse it. Drop the left arm down, extend the right arm up. Exhale, bring that right arm forward, extend the left arm up. And we want to try to hold each posture for about 3 to 5 breaths. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Drop the left arm down, the left thigh. Bring the right arm up. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, drop the left arm down, bring the right arm up. This time, straighten that right knee. Inhale here for 3 breaths. Full inhale, full exhale. And then inhale, drop that right arm down so that it extends out from the collarbone. Let the left arm extend out. So we've got warrior 2 arms with a straight right leg. As I inhale, my left hip is going to shift back so that my upper torso and my arm extend forward. And from right here, I'm just going to drop that right arm so that it's placed on my right thigh or my right knee. And my left arm just extends out from the collarbone. Now, of course, if you want to go down more, you can into your triangle, but just noticing how that starts to overextend the spine. Whereas if you leave that right arm right at the thigh or at the knee, then you're in a really good alignment. Inhale here. As you exhale, reverse it. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, bring it back into your triangle. Exhale, bend that right knee. Bring it back into your warrior 2. Bring the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. Turn both feet parallel so that all 10 toes are facing one direction. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, forward fold. I like to bend the knees a little bit. So now you're in a forward fold with wide legs. This is another great place for a block, just to keep that spine nice and straight. And I'll turn to the side so you can see the difference. So this is with the block. This is without the block. With the block. Leave that left arm planted, extend the right arm up. Try to keep the spine still. We're just moving the upper chest and the shoulders. Exhale, release the right arm. Inhale, extend the left arm up. Exhale, release it. And then from here, we'll stay low, turn the toes out, and just start to shift, bending into one knee and then the other. And you can stay high here, or you can come really low and just skandasani, back and forth. Maybe we lift the toes as we dip in towards one heel. And what we're trying to do is get back to the front of the mat. So once you bend into that left leg, shift the hips down, step it back to a child's pose. As you inhale, bring it right back up to downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. And when you're ready, we'll inhale, lift the left leg high. As you exhale, step it through, bring it right back into your warrior 2, opposite side. And same thing. Drop that right arm down the right thigh as you inhale and bring that left arm up. As you exhale, bring it over, bring the left elbow towards the left thigh. And maybe we gently rest it, or maybe we swing it the inner left thigh. Inhale, reverse it. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Drop the right arm down the right thigh. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Straighten that left leg. Take a deep breath in here and an exhale. As you inhale, bring the arms back to the warrior two position. Arms extended out from the collarbone. As you inhale, my right hip shifts back so that the left arm and the left side of the torso can come forward. And just dropping that left hand down the thigh. Let the right arm extend out from the collarbone. And of course, if you want to, we extend a little bit lower. If you come down lower into your triangle, you might notice that that right hip turns in. We want to keep the right hip out. And then you can really see the difference between that and the spine, and then you can see all the triangles in the body. Inhale here. Exhale, reverse triangle. Drop the right arm down the thigh, extend the left arm up. Inhale, bring it back into your triangle. Exhale, reverse it. Inhale, bring it back into your warrior two. And remember, with each posture, holding it for about 3 to 5 breaths. Bring the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. We're going to turn the toes of the left foot so that all 10 toes are parallel. Inhale here. As you exhale, let the hips shift back. Let the body come forward. This is a great place for a block. And maybe we walk our hands over towards our left ankle and use your left hand to grab the left ankle, extend the right arm up in the air. Exhale, release it. Walk it back through center and over to the right leg. Use your left hand to grab the right ankle. Extend the right arm up. Take your gaze towards your right hand. Exhale, release it. Walk it back to center. Turn the toes out so you can bend the knees and you can stay high as you skandasana back and forth, or you can stay low. And then once you get to the front of the mat, step it back, bring it to child's pose, take water, just taking a moment to rest and integrate the movement. Slowly start to shift the body up and bring it right into a tabletop position. And once you're here and you've got your alignment nice and good, we've got the arms powered up, the hips shift back slightly. We'll inhale, extend the right leg out. As you exhale, step or help that right foot through in between the hands. And then we'll take the right hand to the inside of the right thigh. And from here we can take it into our lizard pose. Now you can stay low on that left knee, or you can turn the left toes out and lift the left knee. And this is a great place for a block, whether the left knee is down or up. We can insert the blocks on the inside of that right leg, and you can rest the elbows on the blocks. And we want to find length in the back of the neck, so we want to feel the chin come towards the chest. And if you want a little bit more in the posture, to open that right hip up a little bit, we'll leave our left arm or our left elbow planted. Take your right hand and press on the inside of that left or the right knee, and take your gaze up. Slowly release that. Drop the left knee if you have it up. And let's shift the hips back so that we straighten that right leg. Take it into a half split. Let the right toes come up. And maybe we spread the toes wide. And then squeeze them together. Shifting the ankle side to side. Take an inhale here. Take an exhale here. Let your next inhale bring you into bending that right knee. You can remove the blocks. And we'll step it forward. Forward fold. When you're down here, just check your feet out. We want about a fist to a fist and a half in between the feet. Feel the knees bend a lot. As you inhale, bring it up to a halfway lift. As you exhale, forward fold. As you inhale, root to rise, let the arms come all the way up. The inhale brings you all the way up. The exhale brings the hands together at the center of the heart. Inhale, bring the arms down, back and up. Exhale, forward fold. Step it back into your tabletop position. Also, you can take a vinyasa or plank, and we'll just meet right back here in tabletop. As you inhale, extend the left leg out. As you exhale, step or help it through in between the hands. And then we'll take the left hand to the inside of the left thigh. And you can stay low here and completely fold into the mat. Or you can bring in your blocks at any height. And once again, just finding length in the back of the neck by taking your gaze down, feeling the chin come towards the chest. If you want a little bit more in this posture, you'll let the right arm stay stationed. Take the left hand and gently press into the left thigh. hold and breathe. You can bring that right knee up if that feels good in the body. And then very gently lower that right knee. And we'll start to shift the hips back, straighten that left leg. And now we're in our half split on the opposite side. You can bring the torso forward a little bit, and that'll give you a little bit of a deeper hamstring stretch, or you can keep the torso neutral. And once again, just spreading the toes and then squeezing them together. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, bend into the left knee. And this time we'll come up on that right knee and we'll step that left foot back so that we take it into a plank pose. And slowly lower down and just roll over so that you're on your back. And we'll let the knees go long, let the legs go up the wall. And you'll want to hold this posture for about 10 breaths. You can keep a slight bend in the knee, or you can use your hands to support the back of your thighs. And maybe you circle out the ankles, point and flex the toes, spread the toes wide and then squeeze them together, and then lower that left leg down. We can bend the right knee and we'll gently guide it over the left hip. As you inhale, bring that right knee back to center. And we'll just switch, let the right leg go long. Pull the left knee in, give it a nice squeeze. And maybe you hold it here, compressing it for a few seconds, and circle out the ankle again. And when you're ready, you'll guide it over the right hip. We'll start to let the breath return back to its natural rhythm. Gently bring that left leg back to center, and you can stay in the legs up the wall or the spinal twist, or really any posture as long as needed. And we'll finish by bringing the soles of the feet together and let the knees come apart. Let the palms face up towards the ceiling. And you can also place 2 blocks underneath each knee. And if you want a shoulder stretch here, you can let the arms go up overhead and just grabbing opposite elbows. Just taking a few cleansing breaths. Let the exhale come out through an O-shaped mouth. You're welcome to stay in this posture or to take any last postures the body feels like it needs. And slowly welcoming in a few minutes of relaxation and stillness. Very gently start to wiggle the toes. Wiggle the fingers. Turn the head side to side. Let the corners of the mouth turn up so that the body is smiling. And as you inhale, extend the arms up overhead. Give yourself a nice full body stretch. As you exhale, pull the knees in towards the chest and just rock side to side. And very gently just rolling onto one side and resting in a fetal position. Pull the knees close to the chest. And gently push yourself up into an easy seat. Take the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me in your yoga practice today. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And for more information on how to book private sessions or join group Zoom yoga classes, check out the description box below. Namaste.